Lepota Balkana, njegova istorija, nasleđe, a kao što smo vidjeli i igre, neiscrpan su izvor inspiracije za trupu Una Saga Serbika, ali i za sve nas ovde.
Its dances are an infinite source of inspiration, not only for the Una Saga Serbica troupe, but for all of us here gathered tonight.
Pored toga, sigurno, bar svi vi ovde sigurno znate, Balkan ima i odličnu geostratešku poziciju, što je bila jedna od retkih, ako ne i jedina prednost ovog dela sveta pre 15 godina. Baš zato trebalo je mnogo mašte, dobrih namera, profesionalne vizije i čvrste vere da se tada i tu osnuje Savet stranih investitora.
As you well know, the Balkans have an excellent geostrategic position. This was one of the few, if not the only competitive advantages of this region 15 years ago. This is why it took a lot of imagination, good intentions, a professional vision, and strong faith to establish the Foreign Investors Council back in those days.
Drage dame i gospodo, vaše ekscelencije, uvaženi predstavnici vlade Srbije, dragi prijatelji, dragi gosti, dobrodošli na 15. godišnjicu osnivanja Saveta stranih investitora.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, distinguished representatives of the government of Serbia, dear friends and guests, welcome to the celebration of the Foreign Investors Council 15th anniversary.
Vizija je sposobnost da se vidi nevidljivo. A evo šta se videlo golim okom ovde pre 15 godina. Zemlja se tada zvala Jugoslavija.
Vision is the ability to see the invisible. And here's what we could see with the naked eye 15 years ago. At the time, the country was still called Yugoslavia.
I u toj Jugoslaviji tog leta 2002. godine skoro u potpunosti je zavisila od strane pomoći. Demokratija je trajala tek nekoliko stotina dana, ekonomske reforme bile su novi izraz za većinu stanovništva vaspitanog u socijalizmu. Prevareni građani potraživali su nestalu deviznu štednju.
In the summer of 2002, the country almost fully depended on foreign aid. Democracy was in its infancy. Economic reforms was a term unknown for the majority of the population, which was brought up in socialism. The deceived citizens were demanding that their foreign currency savings that were taken back from them be given back.
Bitno je da se setite, ima ovde svedoka, dakle tada počinjemo da učimo izraz integracija regiona, ulicama prolaze autobusi sa velikim imenima stranih donatora, ta ista imena nešto sitnijim slovima bila su ispisana na čekovima za penzije i dečje dodatke, na kutijama sa lekove stajale su oznake EU, a članovi vlade, ima ih i ovde iz tog vremena grčevito su se sve nade ulagali u razne donatorske konferencije, uz čiju pomoć smo tih dana držali glavu iznad vode.
Those were the days in which we began to learn about regional integration. The public buses in the streets displayed names of foreign donors, and the same names were printed, but in smaller print, on retirement and child benefit checks. Boxes with medicines were labeled with EU labels, and the members of the government, some of whom are present today as well, put all their hopes in various donor conferences and donors with whose help we barely managed to hold our heads above the water.
I upravo tada, u takvoj atmosferi, u moru agencijskih vesti, oni pažljiviji mogli su tog ponedeljka 15. jula 2002. da pročitaju. Uloga Saveta stranih investitora je da zajedno sa vlastima stvori bolje okruženje za strane investicije i pruži prave informacije o mogućnostima ulaganja u našu zemlju.
At that exact time, amid such an atmosphere, in an ocean of news, on Monday, July 15th, 2002, a careful reader might have been able to spot the following piece of news. The role of the IFC is to work together with the government to create an enabling environment for foreign investments and to provide reliable information about investment opportunities in our country.
Dame i gospodo, je tada bila samo vest. A 15 godina kasnije članice Saveta zapošljavaju preko 94.000 ljudi u Srbiji i zato ne verujem da bi i jedno slovo u viziji od pre 15 godina promenila predsjednica Upravnog odbora Saveta stranih investitora, gospođa Jana Mihajlova.
And now, 15 years later, the members of the Foreign Investors Council employ over 94,000 people in Serbia. And this is why I believe that the current president of the board of directors of the Foreign Investors Council, Ms. Jana Mihajlova, would not change a single word, a single letter in the vision outlined 15 years ago by her predecessors.
Gospođo Mihajlova, izvolite.
Ms. Mihajlova, the floor is yours.
Hvala puno.
Thank you
Good
very
evening,
much.
ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, High Representatives of the Government and Diplomatic Corps, FIC members and partners.
Dame i gospodo, vaše ekscelencije, predstavnici vlade, diplomatskog kora, članovi Saveta stranih investitora, dragi partneri, dobrodošli.
And let me start my short speech with, by saying it's a very special moment. What a day! 15th anniversary for Serbia is something really remarkable.
Time što ću reći da je ovo zaista jedna specijalna prilika i što smo srećni što zajedno sa vama možemo da proslavimo 15. jubilej, 15. godišnjicu postojanja Saveta stranih investitora.
And I was not personally present that special day when FIC has been established, but you know, even today, at this special evening, I can feel energy, passion and commitment that an emotion they created FIC 15 years ago.
Ja tada nisam bila prisutna tog posebnog dana kada je Savet stranih investitora osnovan, ali večeras i dalje mogu da osjetim ta osjećanja, tu strast, tu posvećenost koje su doprinele osnivanju Saveta stranih investitora pre 15 godina.
Throughout these 15 years, FIC has been promoting open market economy and level playing field for all business community, for all of us. And today, I think you can feel nothing but pride when you see that FIC stayed on the same course, honoring the same principles and having the same mission throughout all these 15 years.
15 godina, dakle osnovan je Savet i njegovi ciljevi su bili da se bori za otvoreno tržište i za jednaka pravila poslovanja i za jednaka tržišna pravila za sve aktere na tržištu. I danas ne mogu a da ne budem ponosna kada vidim da je Savet s čitavih 15 godina ostao posvećen istim ciljevima, istoj misiji.
And whatever is said, dear colleagues, it's pretty difficult to keep the same level of energy, commitment, and determination throughout the whole 15 years. But I should say FIC clearly succeeded.
Moram da kažem da nije lako zadržati taj nivo posvećenosti i energije koja je potrebna čitavih 15 godina, ali smatram da je Savet stranih investitora u tome uspeo.
But what has been accomplished so far in these 15 years? And the most important thing I will say that FIC is constantly growing. Growing in the number of members, growing in expertise, growing in recognition. And FIC stayed independent, both financially and essentially.
Šta je za ovih 15 godina postignuto? Šta je Savet postigao? Pre svega, Savet je nastavio da raste i po broju članica i kada je reč o ekspertizi i sve ovo vreme on je ostao nezavisan.
And FIC remains faithful to the principles of equality, transparency, predictability, consistency, and competition protection. We in FIC constantly challenge others but not only others, but as well ourselves. We are recognizing flaws. We are working together to improve ourselves and the world around us.
Savet je ovih 15 godina ostao posvećen načelima jednakosti, transparentnosti, predvidljivosti, doslednosti i zaštiti konkurencije. Sve vreme smo sebi i drugima postavljali nove ciljeve, prepoznajući svoje nedostatke, ali takođe prepoznajući i mogućnosti. Trudili smo se da budemo sve bolji, ali istovremeno da poboljšamo i svet oko nas.
And I can proudly state that FIC members, all the member companies, are the driving force and solid contributors to the growth of Serbian economy. Not only that, but FIC members creating new employment. Apart from that, but with the application of new technologies, corporate governance and corporate social responsibility, FIC members are promoting the highest standard of doing business in this country.
Mogu ponosno da kažem da su naše članice Saveta stranih investitora, pokretačka snaga rasta srpske ekonomije i novog zapošljavanja. Moram da kažem i da smo sve vreme ostali posvećeni najvišim korporativnim standardima korporativnog upravljanja, korporativne društvene odgovornosti i da naše članice promovišu vrhunske standarde poslovanja i nove tehnologije.
And I will not go through the big list of activities and projects that FIC is focusing on and has been focusing on throughout these 15 years. But let me mention only one, and this is White Book. And White Book is a document which not only provides the structured recommendation and feedback on the reforms and the changes in the legislation, it's well tracked the progress or no progress. However, we in FIC do not only criticize, we also recognize achievements. And even when we do criticize, we always come with the arguments and we always propose solutions. And whatever we do, we is intended to lead to easier doing business for all investors and ultimately to economic development and long-term competitiveness of Serbia. But this will mean to the wealth and the development of the whole society of the country.
Neću sada da navodim čitav spisak aktivnosti i različitih portfelja Saveta stranih investitora, jer je njihov broj prilično narastao tokom posljednjih 15 godina. Ali zato ću pomenuti našu belu knjigu, koja je postala naš prepoznatljiv brend. Kroz ovo izdanje i ostale aktivnosti u oblasti zagovaranja želimo da dokažemo da smo dobar i pouzdan partner. Nije nam namera samo da kritikujemo, već odajemo i priznanje pozitivnim dostignućima.
And now you know it's a time to say few thank you. And I will say that nothing would have been evolving without the commitment and contribution and hard work of all FIC members. So it's a moment to say big thank you to all FIC members who have diligently, patiently, consistently invested time, energy, money, and know-how in making FIC the top-class expert in regulatory framework.
A sada je vreme da izdvojim par minuta da se zahvalim svim našim partnerima i svim našim članicama koji su marljivo, strpljivo i dosledno ulagale vreme, energiju, novac i znanje kako bi Savet postao vrhunski stručnjak za zakonodavna pitanja i okvir. Svima vama jedno veliko hvala.
And more, we couldn't have made all those results without true recognition and support of our stakeholders. And throughout these years and all the political shifts, our main stakeholder, the Serbian authorities, always remained receptive to the dialogue. And so did you, important stakeholders from private sector, international organizations, diplomacy, academia, You're always eager to participate and contribute to fruitful dialogue.
Takođe, svi naši uspesi ne bi bili mogući bez istinske podrške naših ključnih partnera. Tokom svih ovih godina i političkih promjena, naš ključni partner, srpske vlasti, uvek su bile otvorene za dijalog. Zatim, našim uspesima doprinijeli ste i svi vi, naši ključni partneri iz privatnog sektora, iz međunarodnih organizacija, iz diplomatske i akademske zajednice. Uvek ste bili spremni i željni da čujete stavove stranih investitora.
So for all what we have achieved, the credit goes to each and everyone who contribute to this successful 15 years of FIC, and I should say that only in synergy we can move together, because together we can clearly achieve much more than each and everyone alone. And dear friends, I would like to invite you to show a goodwill and together stay committed to creating simpler and better business environment in Serbia to the benefit for all. And if you will, there is always a way. Let's work together, and we are looking forward to continuing our joint endeavor.
Zato, za sve naše uspehe zaslužni ste svi vi koji zajedno sa nama večeras slavite ovaj važan jubilej. Jer ne bismo mogli mnogo da postignemo sami, a zajedno možemo mnogo toga da postignemo. Dragi prijatelji, pozivam vas da nastavite da pokazujete dobru volju i da zajedno ostanemo posvećeni stvaranju jednostavnijeg i boljeg poslovnog okruženja u Srbiji za dobrobit svih građana. Kad postoji volja, nađe se i način.
Our next big event is the launch of 15th edition of the White Book, set for November 8th. You are all invited, and we expect that you will come and join us. And once again, deep thanks for all your continuous contribution to the work of FIC and your support. And now, and with a great honor, I kindly ask His Excellency, Minister of Finance of Republic of Serbia, Mr. Vujović, to take the floor for his address. Thank you, colleagues.
Sledeći veliki događaj koji organizujemo je predstavljanje 15. izdanja Bele knjige 8. novembra ove godine. Očekujemo vas tamo i od srca vam se zahvaljujemo za svu vašu podršku i vaše doprinose. A sada mi je velika čast da najavim ministra financija, gospodina Dušana Vujovića.
Dame i gospodo, ministar financija Dušan Vujović. Izvolite.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Dušan Vujović.
Dobro večer. Uvaženi predstavnici stranih investitora, dame i gospodo, moram da kažem da mi je čast i zadovoljstvo da vas danas pozdravim u ime Vlade Republike Srbije i države Srbije na ovom vrlo lepom i važnom skupu za sve nas. Srbija je danas, posle 3 godine reformi, jedno od najatraktivnijih mesta za strane investitore, ne samo na Zapadnom Balkanu, nego možda i šire.
Good evening, dear representatives of the Foreign Investors Council and ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a pleasure for me to greet you on behalf of the government of the Republic of Serbia and to welcome you to this wonderful gathering and a very important one for us. I can say that after 3 years of intense commitments and investing efforts, the Republic of Serbia, and after reforms, the Republic of Serbia has become one of the most attractive investment locations, not only in the region, but even wider.
Jesmo uključeni? Samo pre 3 godine, u julu 2014. godine, bili smo po pisanju Bloomberga svega 78 dana od fiskalnog bankrota Danas se nalazimo u vrlo komfortnoj situaciji. Posle 8 meseci ove godine imamo suficit od preko 60 milijardi. Mi smo 120 milijardi ili dinara, odnosno milijardu evra ispred plana. Ostvarujemo sve rezultate na način koji impresionira sve. I to ostvarujemo kroz investicije, kroz rast izvoza, koji velikim delom zavise od onoga što vi radite.
Only 3 years ago, in July 2014, Bloomberg predicted that we were 75 days from fiscal bankruptcy. Today, we have a sufficit of 60 billion euro, 1 million euro ahead of the plan. So all the results that we have achieved are also due to the investments and the growth of exports, for which we can also thank all of you.
Mi znamo da investitori traže velika i rastuća tržišta. Srbija nije ni veliko tržište, ali je rastuće tržište, ali Srbija može da ponudi integraciju sa svim zemljama regiona Zapadnog Balkana, između ostaloga zahvaljujući Berlinskoj inicijativi, između ostaloga zahvaljujući naporima ove vlade da poboljša trgovinsku razmenu, poboljša izvoz, poboljša saradnju u regionu i šire.
I know that investors are looking for growing and large markets. Although Serbia is not a large market, it is an emerging market, it's a growing market. Besides, Serbia can also offer integration with the Western Balkans, which is an advantage, especially in view of the Berlin Initiative and all the efforts invested by the government into promoting exports.
Vrednost stranih direktnih investicija neprestano raste. Sa milijardu i 800 2015. na preko 2 milijarde 2016. očekujemo da će ova godina biti podjednako dobra ili bolja.
The value of foreign direct investments keeps growing. Back in 2015, the value of FDIs was 1.8. In 2016, we had over 2 billion. And it is expected that the results will be equally good in 2017 this year.
Sve strane investicije usmerene su na otvaranje novih radnih mesta i porast bruto domaćeg proizvoda, a 2/5 je direktno usmereno na rast izvozno orijentisanih delatnosti.
All foreign investments are geared and aimed towards increasing employment and increasing FDIs. And 2/5 of FDIs will be directly invested into the growth of exports.
Prema analizama Financial Timesa, 77 novih greenfield projekata najavljeno je u Srbiji. Srbija je privukla 12 puta više greenfield investicija nego što se moglo očekivati od njenog nivoa razvijenosti i teritorije i snage industrije koju ima.
According to a Financial Times analysis, there are 77 new regional projects that are centered around Serbia, and we have managed to increase investments 12 times, which was more than was expected when taking into account the size of the country.
Zahvaljujući stranim direktnim investicijama, 2016. godine otvoreno je 16.400 novih radnih mesta.
Thanks to foreign direct investments, 16,400 new jobs were created in 2016.
Istovremeno sa dobrom voljom i naporima stranih investitora, Srbija čini sve da poboljša investicionu klimu u Srbiji i poboljša uslove za vođenje biznisa u Srbiji.
At the same time, along with the goodwill of the foreign investors, the Republic of Serbia is committed and is increasing its effort to improving the environment for foreign investments.
Prema Doing Business listi Svetske banke, Srbija je sad na 47. poziciji i stoji 44 mesta bolje nego 2 godine pre toga. To je fantastično unapređenje investicionog okruženja i investitori na to reaguju vrlo pozitivno.
According to the World Bank's Doing Business report, Serbia is now ranked on 47th position, which is 44 positions up with respect to the previous year, which is a fantastic result and will definitely attract investors.
Da probam obrnuto, da ja malo na engleskom, vi malo na srpskom. Let me now switch to English, and she's going to translate back into Serbian. On the doing business list, one of the most important improvements are the registering of new businesses. Serbia has improved its position tremendously in that area. It takes only 7 days to register a new business instead of 12 days before, and compared to 21 days elsewhere in the world.
Prema rezultatima iz izveštaja Svetske banke o lakoći poslovanja, unapređeno je vreme koje je potrebno za registraciju biznisa. Znači, sada je potrebno samo 7 dana da se registruje biznis, što je veliki pomak u odnosu na 12 dana koliko je bilo potrebno ranije i u odnosu na 21 dan koji je neki prosek na globalnom nivou.
Jedan od najvažnijih razloga, pored lokacije, za strane investitore je raspoloživost kvalifikovane i efikasne radne snage u Srbiji. One of the most important reasons for foreign investors to come to Serbia is ample availability of qualified labor force that can be easily trained and can be very efficient and productive in modern industries. Hello. Unemployment rate has been reduced from 25.9% to 11.8% according to the latest estimates. And the number of new jobs has been increased by almost 230,000 jobs over the last 3 years.
Nezaposlenost je smanjena za 25,9%, sa 25,9% na 11,8%.
A broj novih radnih mjesta je 230.000. Ne samo to. Serbia is training 250,000 students in total and 75,000 high school students. It is training 27,000 students of math, IT, and information sciences, and 38,000 students of various forms of engineering. Znači, Srbija ima 250.000 studenta i 75.000 srednjoškolaca, a među studentima obučava 27.000 studenta matematike, informacionih tehnologija i informatike i 38.000 studenta inženjeringa. The continuation of this process is to make Serbia an even more attractive place for foreign investors, for modern industries, for smart specialization and new sources of growth. Znači, na toj osnovi Srbija se priprema da bude zemlja koja može da ima modernu radnu snagu, da zadovolji potrebe investicije i obezbedi osnovu za efikasan rast produktivnosti i ukupan ekonomski rast. Without further ado, let me just tell you that Serbia is also seeking to enhance its investment offer with various forms of public-private partnership to engage public resources to create a crowding-in environment for private investment, as well as modernize its legislation and its fiscal and other incentives to make investment in Serbia even more efficient and even more attractive in the future. Znači, pored toga, Srbija se trudi da proširi paletu investicionih mogućnosti formama javno-privatnog partnerstva i svim mogućim formama koje će učiniti strane direktne investicije efikasnijim i uspešnijim na prostorima ove zemlje. We are grateful to foreign investors because they decided to invest their precious resources in Serbia and share in a risky environment 5 years ago and a better environment today, share with us and hope to achieve benefits of investment and growth in the coming years. Zahvalni smo stranim investitorima što donose preko potreban kapital, ograničene resurse, investiraju u Srbiju i zajedno sa nama podnose rizike da ostvare rezultate u budućnosti. In addition to investment, foreign direct investment is bringing knowledge, technology, new management practices, new governance standards, and making Serbia part of the region and the world, especially given Serbia's effort on the EU integration process. Znači, pored investicija, strani investitori nam donose novu tehnologiju, novu upravljačku praksu, nova znanja i pomažu da se Srbija integriše u region i svet, posebno imajući u vidu procese evrointegracije u Srbiji. In short, it is not just the quantity, the 2 billion a year. It is the quality of the foreign investors that we are welcoming in Serbia and hope will change the attitude to work and will hope the way we organize our economy and achieve our results to become efficient country and competitive country in the region and the world. Znači, nije samo veličina investicija važna, 2 milijarde je puno sredstava, nego je kvalitet ovih investicija koji nam donosi mogućnost da postanemo konkurentna zemlja u regionu i Evropi i da postanemo sastavni deo, uspešni deo sveta, nisam rekao na engleskom, i da hvatamo korak sa Evropom. I'd like to congratulate you on this anniversary and look forward to working with the Foreign Investors Council in the future events. As my colleague already said, we are looking forward to the next White Book review in November, and we'll sit down with you as we did before to see what are your suggestions and objections and contributions to improving further the investment environment in Serbia and learning from your experiences worldwide. Znači, mi ćemo nastaviti našu saradnju i u novembru mesecu ćemo zajedno sa vama gledati Belu knjigu i učiti na primjedbama i sugestijama koje nam vi donosite, ne samo kao vaše lične sugestije, nego sugestije vaših kompanija koje se stiču u celom svetu. Let me finish by saying, welcome to Serbia. You will have a reliable partner in the government of Serbia, the president of Serbia, and all the institutions that are either new or are being built in Serbia, and help you develop your business along with our interests in creating new jobs and creating more prosperous Serbia. Thank you for your friendship, for your interest, and for your confidence in Serbia and its success. Čestitam vam ovaj jubilej i obećavam da ćete u vladi Srbije, predsjedniku Srbije, svim institucijama Srbije, starim i novim, imati pouzdane partnere, da niste zabadava uložili svoje resurse i da ćemo zajedno deliti uspehe u budućnosti na dobrobit naroda Srbije, vaših kompanija i celog ovog regiona. That's it. Thank you very much.
Zahvaljujem se najlepše ministru financija, gospodinu Dušanu Vujoviću, na nadahnutom govoru, kao ostalom, kao što ste čuli, na svim aktivnostima koje su doprinele većim ulaganjima u ovu zemlju. A sa nama, dame i gospodo, večeras je jedan od članova koji zna sve o osnivanju Saveta stranih investitora.
I would like to thank the Minister, Dušan Vujović, for his inspirational speech, as well as for all his activities that contributed to increasing investments in Serbia. Tonight, we have a special guest with us who knows everything about the origins of the Foreign Investors Council.
Dakle, dame i gospodo, pozivam prvog čoveka koji je obavljao funkciju generalnog sekretara Saveta stranih investitora te davne 2002. godine, gospodina Kristofa Grojsinga.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite the very first Secretary General of the Foreign Investors Council, all the way back in 2002, to take the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kristof Grojsing.
Finance Minister Vujović, Excellencies, High Representatives of the Government and Diplomatic Corps, dear Ms. Mikhailova, FIC members, partners and friends of FIC.
Poštovani ministre Vujoviću, vaše ekscelencije, predstavnici vlade Srbije, diplomatskog kora, gospođo Jana Mihajlova, predstavnici Saveta stranih investitora, dobroveče svima i dobrodošli.
Any speech is declared as good if he is short, so I try to keep that rule to keep me brief and short.
Svaki govor je dobar ako je kratak, pa ću se ja truditi da budem sažet.
Honored to be here today to celebrate FIC's 15th anniversary, and I would like also to congratulate Anna Viertel and her team who made that professional preparation of this party, this celebration. Applause.
Veliko mi je zadovoljstvo i čast što sam ovde da zajedno sa vama proslavimo 15-godišnjicu Saveta stranih investitora i sve čestitke i gospođi Ani Viertel, izvršnu direktoru Saveta stranih investitora, na organizaciji ovog događaja.
My role as a speaker and as one of the founding fathers of FIC is to take you a little bit back in time, namely to the year 2000-2001.
Moja uloga kao jednog od osnivača Saveta stranih investitora jeste nekako da se vratimo u prošlost i da pogledamo kako je sve to pokrenuto 2000. godine.
I was just on my way from Romania to Serbia, and I was trying to get a better picture of the country when I was driving with a well-known Serbian politician from Belgrade to Novi Sad.
Ja sam bio upravo na putu, išao sam iz Rumunije u Srbiju da pogledam malo kako izgledaju uslovi poslovanja, da steknem neku bolju sliku o zemlji, i iz Novog Sada sam išao u Beograd sa jednim poznatim političarem u to vreme.
We were heavily protected for obvious reasons. At that point of time, situation was different by police cars and bodyguards.
Išli smo pod pratnjom, bilo je tu i telohranitelja i pratnja policije, takva su bila vremena.
I turned to this famous politician, the name I will not mention tonight, forgive me, and I stated to him, apparently you have a very dangerous job.
I ja sam rekao, pa ovdje izgleda vrebaju svakojake opasnosti.
He was smiling, looking at me, and responded, your job is by far more dangerous. You are a banker in Serbia.
On se nasmijao i rekao, ali vaš posao je znatno opasniji od mog posla, vi ste bankar u Srbiji.
That was my first encounter with Serbian black humor, which might have been developed during a long period of isolation the country has experienced.
I to je ujedno bio moj prvi susret i sa srpskim crnim humorom, koji je verovatno nekako nastao i u to vreme kada je zemlja bila u dugoj izolaciji.
In 2001, other Central and Eastern Europe countries already have started their reform path. Quite some time ago, economic results were very encouraging. FDI was flowing into these countries.
Te 2001. godine druge zemlje centralne i istočne Evrope već su započele reforme i te su reforme, ekonomske reforme, pokazale dobre rezultate u vidu priliva stranih direktnih investicija.
Serbia was confronted with a missing infrastructure, lack of legal framework, hyperinflation, low productivity. The list of to-dos was very long for the young Serbian reform governments.
U to vreme Srbija se suočavala sa velikim brojem problema. Pomenuću samo neke: hiperinflacija, nedostajuća infrastruktura i regulatorni okvir, niska produktivnost i tako dalje.
However, at that point of time, already a small group of foreign investors we're brave and optimistic, and we're already investing in this country, bringing fresh capital, new technology, creating new jobs.
Međutim, čak i u to vreme imali smo jednu malu grupu stranih investitora koji su bili optimistični i oni su ulagali u zemlju.
Very limited, but very limited at a low level. No significant FDI was still flowing into this country.
Naravno, nivo ulaganja je bio dosta ograničen u to vreme.
This backdrop, a small group of investors and OECD representative met at my office at HVB Bank in Rajčeva Street in order to discuss possible ways to support the young reform-oriented government.
I u to vreme mala grupa investitora i predstavnici OECD-a sastali su se u mojoj kancelariji kako bismo zajedno porazgovarali o načinima na koji možemo da podržimo mladu vladu u reformama.
And after all this year, I have now met just two gentlemen who were very active and very supportive as far as the foundation of the Foreign Investors Council is concerned. Mr. Bode and Mr. Milan Đorđević, they are present. Thank you very much for your support in the past. Without you, we would not have been possible to create this platform.
I danas, večeras, sam nakon toliko godina sreo dva gospodina koji su veoma aktivno me podržali i podržali ceo proces stvaranja Saveta stranog investitora, a to su gospodin Bode i gospodin Milan Đorđević. Dakle, vama veliko hvala na vašoj podršci, bez vas sve ovo ne bi bilo moguće.
The principle and the initial idea of the Foreign Investors Council remained the same. It's simply sharing experience we had in other countries as well as our know-how we bring into the market.
Sama ideja, početna ideja na kojoj se zasniva Savet stranih investitora ostala je ista, a to je, dakle, razmena iskustva koje mi imamo u drugim zemljama, kao i razmena znanja i know-howa.
To make it clear, it was absolute not the intention to get preferential treatment for us foreign investors. It was also not the intention to get some incentives, but it was the intention to help this country moving forward.
I da nešto i razjasnim, naša namera nije bila da dođemo do nekog privilegovanog položaja ili da dođemo do nekih subvencija. Ideja vodilja bila jeste upravo da pomognemo Srbiji da dođe do prosperiteta.
It is a give and take which created a win-win situation, and the rest is history.
I to je bila ta situacija koja je dovela do u stvari velikog pomaka.
Now, after 15 years, FIC is still a reputable, well-accepted organization with 130 members, standing for 28.7 billion euros, offering jobs to 94,000 Serbian employees.
I danas, nakon 15 godina, Savet stranih investitora je jedna priznata organizacija sa 130 članica, sa više od 27 milijardi investicija u Srbiji i čije članice zapošljavaju 94.000 ljudi u Srbiji.
And I would like to express my gratitude and congratulations to the management of FIC. I'm very happy that this organization kept its spirit and is still very active and a helpful platform for all parties involved.
I hteo sam ovom prilikom da izrazim svoju zahvalnost čitavom rukovodstvu Saveta stranih investitora. Veoma sam srećan što vidim da je ova organizacija ostala i dalje verna svom duhu i svojim ciljevima.
Means I can be a proud founding father. Thank you very much.
Mogu da kažem da sam ponosan osnivač.
Thank you very much, hvala. Zahvaljujem se gospodinu Grojsingu koji je bio, čuli ste sve dok samih početaka jedne ideje koja je narasla do neslućenih razmjera i promenila ekonomsku sliku države i čitavog regiona.
I would like to thank Mr. Groising, who, as you heard, witnessed the very beginnings of an idea that grew to unprecedented proportions and changed the economic image of the state and the region.
A za sve vas, dame i gospodo, koji niste bili svedoci, pokušali smo da 15 godina stavimo u samo nekoliko minuta. Pogledajte kako je rasla ideja i kako je tekao put razvoja Saveta stranih investitora.
Foreign Investors Council is a voice of business community. FIC mission is to actively promote sustainable business environment through open dialogue with the authorities and other relevant stakeholders. FIC channels its work, efforts, expertise and ideas within 10 specialized working committees, 4 sectoral and 6 cross-sectoral. To maximize results, FIC developed various forms of dialogue with the government on the highest level, but also on the expert level with the state administration. FIC continues to expand, gathering over 130 foreign companies who have invested over 20.7 billion euros, contributing to 21.7% GDP, 22.2% of Serbian exports, 18% of Serbian corporate income tax revenue, indirectly employed over 94,000 people in Serbia, based on further growth and inflow of new members. FIC was founded in 2002 by 14 major foreign investors in Serbia with the support of the OECD Investment Compact SCE. Official foundation meeting was held on July 15, 2002. FIC's contributions in the last 15 years to modernizing Serbian business conduct have been tremendous. However, needs for adopting and implementing the best international standards are still present. To this end, FIC's continual activity is indispensable. White Book Project was launched in 2003 as a collection of comprehensive recommendations for improving business conditions in Serbia and a transparent platform for dialogue with the authorities. Due to its high quality and relevance, White Book now represents FIC's flagship project, with significant impact on the legislative changes. Since 15 years, FIC is a reliable partner for the Serbian authorities, international institutions and potential investors. By sharing experience and know-how, FIC contributes significantly to the reform process, attraction of FDIs, and most importantly, to increase the welfare, the foundation, and stable and peaceful society. We formed FIC in order to do something more, something systemic, to protect our interests and promote the good name of foreign investors, but more than anything else, to contribute to improve, to help the country in which we operate, to become better, richer, and more advanced, to simply prosper. By sharing a good word of mouth about Serbia, FIC helped in attracting FDIs. FIC has been supporting investors in removing key obstacles for doing business in Serbia. FIC helps economy grow. We help businesses deal with everyday regulatory issues in a systemic way. We enable exchange of knowledge and best practices, which results with concrete, sustainable solutions for making Serbia more competitive. By advocating for level playing field, FIC brought improvement in predictability of the business environment and better treatment of investors, regardless of their origin. FIC engaged in a regulatory guillotine project for abolishing unnecessary regulations in 2009. By providing concrete recommendations for business climate improvement based on best practices around the globe, FIC contributed to the raise of Serbia's competitiveness. For the first time in 2010, FIC organized reality chat conference aimed at evaluating the progress in pursuing reforms. This high-level event brings together chief executives of FIC member companies and high government officials, with a selected group of diplomats as guests. FIC brought European values and best doing business models to Serbia, contributing to the development and progress of the Serbian society as a whole. FIC raised the maturity of public-private dialogue to a higher level by sharing vast knowledge on doing business both from Serbia and other markets where FIC members operate. FIC influenced the prosperity of Serbia and its citizens by promoting solid business ethics and high corporate governance principles within the organization and towards local companies, government, and other external stakeholders. By decisively and steadily assessing the existing legislation and participating in the preparation of new legislation, FIC brought critical value to the harmonization of Serbian laws with EU acquis. Common goal, successful and European Serbia. Successful, prosperous and European Serbia is the main interest and goal of our citizens, and I'm convinced of all foreign companies that work in our country. Foreign Investors Council, with its suggestions collected every year in the White Book, is making a big contribution to make Serbia progress toward the goal as fast as possible. I'm grateful for that. Partnership between the Tax Administration of the Republic of Serbia and Foreign Investors Council is very important. The Council will consolidate all concerns that its members might have regarding implementation of tax regulations and submit them to the Tax Administration. And they will make a joint effort to resolve the existing issues, which will improve efficiency of the tax administration, as well as the level of taxpayers' voluntary compliance with tax regulations. Over 130 companies, over 28.7 billion euros of investments into Serbia, 21.7% of GDP contribution, 22.2% of Serbian exports, and more than 94,000 directly employed, FIC helped the Serbian economy to grow, and thus instigating better life of Serbian citizens. After 15 years, I see many FIC members as our domestic investors. To the potential new investors, their word is more important than the promise of our officials. So Serbia has no better ambassadors. And without the White Book, much would be even worse in the Serbian economy. In 2017, FIC starts organizing Dialogue for Change, the event that brings the dialogue between the government and the FIC to a new level. FIC mission was and is to actively promote sustainable business environment through open dialogue with the authorities and other relevant stakeholders. We invite you to work together to make Serbia a better place to do business.
Sve što ste vidjeli i čuli, molim aplauz jedan za ovih zaista uzbuljivih 15 godina i sve što ste vidjeli, dakle i čuli, stvorili u društvu potpuno nov ugao gledanja na poslovanje i strane investicije ovde u Srbiji. A nov ugao gledanja na kulturu ljudi sa ovih prostora prikazat će vam opet trupa Una Saga Serbika. Molim vas još jedan aplauz za trupu Una Saga Servika. Hvala vam najljepše i evo, da se vratimo, dame i gospodo, dragi prijatelji, vreme je da se iz prošlosti vratimo danas ovde u ovu noć. Ovo je jedna od retkih prilika kada je sadašnjost, kao što ste čuli, lepša od dana koji su prošli. Možda baš zato zbog stare izreke koja kaže da nijedan čovjek ne može da ne uspe ako ga bar jedna osoba vidi kao uspešnog, a vi ste vidjeli ovu državu kao mesto budućeg uspeha.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it is time to come back from the past into this night. And tonight is one of those rare occasions when the present is perhaps more beautiful than the bygone days. As in the old saying, no man can fail if one person sees him successful. You were the ones who saw this country as a place of future success.
Zato, dame i gospodo, pozivam uvažene govornike koji su uveličili ovu noć, molim vas članove upravnog odbora, izvršnu kancelariju i prisutne predsjedavajuće 10 odbora saveta da nam se pridruže ovde na bini. Vreme je za slavlje, tortu i šampanjac. Izvolite, molim vas da nam se pridružite, dakle.
I therefore now invite our distinguished speakers who have contributed to make this into such a grand night to join us here on stage, together with the members of the Board of Directors of the Foreign Investors Council, the Executive Office staff, and the chairpersons of all 10 committees of the Foreign Investors Councils. It is time to celebrate. It is time for cake and champagne.
Uživajte, dame i gospodo, ovo je vaša noć i vaša proslava. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. This is your night and your celebration. Happy birthday!
I'm impressed.
Čekaj samo malo da mi prođemo se. Jesam gotov.
Dakle, vidjeli ste prvo parče, isekla je predsjednica upravnog odbora Saveta stranih investitora, gospođa Jana Mihajlova. Molim vas, aplauz. Torta je poslužena, vidjet ćemo ko će prvi dobiti. Verovatno ima mnogo više zainteresovanih za šampanjac, za koji trenutak ćemo i to saznati. Dakle, uskoro ćemo vidjeti ko će prvi dobiti i šampanjac. Posle 15 godina vidjeli ste šta se sve dogodilo u ovoj zemlji, čemu sve je doprineo Savet stranih investitora. Vreme je da nazdravite, dame i gospodo, sa šampanjcem. Mi ćemo vam se svi pridružiti. Hvala vam još jednom za sve što činite. Uživajte, ovo je vaša noć. Živjeli!
Možemo ovuda, da ne idemo opet tuda.
Ja bih vam nešto čak i ostavio.
A?
Ovo će brzo se različi, ja bi ostavio.
Ajmo onda idemo po hranu. Neka je, nek stoji.
Može